Hey everyone, welcome to Tarot Study. I'm so happy that you're here with me, whether you are new here or you're coming back. Welcome. So I just want to start out by apologizing for last night. Storms were moving in, my internet was bad, so I had to cancel the live. So that's why this is pre-recorded. Now, normally, I would be doing this live so that we could interact. But stuff happens. So anyway, on that topic, I would like to discuss. That's funny when you're doing pre-recording. It always strikes me as weird. So anyway, I would like to put out there that I'm considering moving Tarot Study from Monday night to Thursday night, simply because after the weekend, it is really hard to get back on track and do everything I need to do for Monday nights. And then Tuesday nights, I have my tarot readings. So it makes a very busy beginning of the week, and then the rest of the week, nothing's going on. So if that works for you guys, let me know. If anybody has a scheduling issue that's been taking the classes with me, let me know so we can work that out. Maybe I'll stick to Mondays if there is an issue. Yeah. So if you're in the Facebook group, those of you that are, and you've requested the notes the last few weeks, I do have the week 5 notes ready for you. So just shoot me a message and I'll get them to you. If you're not in the Facebook group, go ahead and join. The link is below if you'd like to join. The advantage to joining is you get the notes from this class in the group. If you message me, I'll get you the notes. Okay. Also, during the week, I show different cards that we're studying. Like this week, we're studying the Chariot and the Strength card. So I will show different versions of those cards throughout the week in the group. We discuss them. We discuss the symbolism, what we feel intuitively about the cards, what the artist meant by the symbolism in the cards. So we go a little bit more in depth in some ways. Also, we do other fun things in the group. We have like Friday funnies. Thursday, we do Thankful or Throwback Thursdays. We do Tarot Tip Tuesdays, Manifestation Mondays. So we do different things in the group. So it's a really fun time. It's a nice community. If you're interested in joining, the link is below. Okay, now that that's out of the way, 3 minutes in, really quickly, I'm going to go through the books that I use and the decks that I use. Now, the books that I use are just books that I use to kind of read through and see if I'm missing anything. So the first one is Everyday Tarot by Bridget Esselmont. She is the one that has the Biddy Tarot website, which is an excellent website if anybody's interested. Okay. The second one, when we start doing court cards, you'll see how confusing they can get. This book breaks it down, makes it so much easier. So you can see I'm in the middle of reading it. I'm not quite done yet, but I have it marked up. This is Your Tarot Court by Ethony, another great tarot author. Then The Ultimate Guide to Tarot by Liz Dean in full color. It's gorgeous imagery in this book. If you can see that. And finally, The Everyday Tarot book by Skye Alexander, which if you need a tarot book, I highly recommend this one. It has everything you could possibly need to do basic tarot. So those are just some of the references I use. I also have taken classes, do research online, YouTube, all that other stuff. So anyway, the decks that I use and the books and the decks are listed below in the description. The decks that I use, my all-time favorite, and I use this for readings on Tuesdays, is the Light Seers deck. Then we use the A.E Waite Tarot, the Tarot of Sexual Magic, the Cat Tarot, the Modern Witch Tarot, and the Game of Thrones Tarot. And of course, the deck we start with every week is the Rider-Waite, because the Rider-Waite is the deck that we learn off of. It's easiest to get the symbolism down with that one. So let's get started. This week, week 5, we are on the Chariot card. If I can find it. This is like my second filming of this because my phone kept ringing and my phone cuts off videoing when it rings. So anyway, here it is. Keywords associated with this card: control, willpower, success, action, determination, movement, progression, and integration. By learning to control your energy and direct your thoughts, you can make progress and achieve your purpose. The Chariot card signifies success and traveling in a new direction. A decision has been made. You are in control of which way you go. It's time for you to take the reins and reach for the stars. So which way are you going to go? The black and white sphinxes, when I look at them, symbolize duality, symbolize a choice, a fork in the road. Okay? So now, symbolism in this card, because this card is giving us the green light to go ahead, to push past obstacles that we might have in the way of our dreams, okay? The Chariot is a vehicle of expression. It is progression, and it is protection. It has that canopy, right? So it's protection. The black and white sphinxes actually are signs, and I just learned this while I was researching, are signs of the 4 elements and the 4 major arcana in the tarot. Now this is why. They have the head of a human, or the face of a human, eagle wings, the body of a lion, and the tail of a bull. And that can relate back to the 4 elements. Okay. The breastplates and the armor on the charioteer are protection. The 4 square, the alchemical square, represents the 4 corners of the earth, so it brings it back to earth again. The robes, there are characters written on the robe. Down here you can see they look like runes. They're for protection. Then this belt has characters we can't quite see written on it. They are said to be characters of the zodiac, so that it connects us to the universe, or connects the charioteer to the universe. Okay? Then the canopy and the stars is a sign of hope. Well, the canopy is protection, but it's also hope and direction, the stars. The crown symbolizes authority, and the star on the crown symbolizes hope again. And the wreath under the crown symbolizes victory. So you're going in this new direction. It's going to be a positive thing. You have the green light, all's a go. The yellow behind the card is a connection to consciousness, clear sight, and support. And the magic wand symbolizes power and authority. Okay? So now, this is a green light to go ahead, right? We're moving forward. When we see this card, we can say, if we're doing a reading for somebody, okay, this is a green light. You need to move forward with whatever plans you have. Things are going to be good. Push past the obstacles to get to your desired outcome. And what's going to happen is they're going to question you and they're going to say, well, what are you talking about, right? So now, how do we answer that question? Well, like I always say, we're going to look to the cards around it, because the major arcana cards are the cards that teach us life's major lessons. The minor arcanas are going to teach us everyday lessons. So say you pull this card and then you pull a 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is relationships. It's soulmate relationships, it's love relationships, it's also business, it's also friendship. So now you're going to say, okay, so you're going to push past your desires, your obstacles in a relationship. And then you're going to pull another card. And now you're going to look for, you know, what else? Is it a business relationship? Is it a love relationship? Well, look to the other cards, you know. That's the key. Look to all the cards around you as you're reading to be able to interpret. So I just wanted to talk about that a minute. Let's look at other Chariot cards from other decks. First one I'm going to show is the Chariot from the Light Seers deck. This is a beautiful interpretation. You can see the horses are in full speed ahead. They are running towards their goal. They know which direction they're going, and it's going to be a beautiful ending, you can tell. That's the first one. Then we have the Cat Tarot, the Chariot in the Cat Tarot. This cat is in his chariot or his chair, and he is in control. It's a cute interpretation of it. Okay, this is the A.E Waite, which I told you is just the same as the Rider Waite. It's just got that holographic. And you can see the rainbow and the lights. It's beautiful, but it's not really good for camera. In person, it's awesome. Oh, and then this one is my favorite. And then after this one, this is one Little Eyes probably shouldn't be watching because we're going to do the Sexual Magic card. But this is the Chariot for the Modern Witch Tarot. I love it. She's got her sphinxes. She's got her wand. She's got her crown. The yellow background. So she's got all the symbolism. Her chariot is her motorcycle. A little modern take on it. What do you think about this card? Let me know in the comments. I'm in love with it. And finally, for the... Oh, wait. We have one more before the Sexual Tarot. The Chariot from the Game of Thrones is the dragon. Interesting interpretation. And finally, the Sexual Magic is the... All right. This is the Sexual Magic card for the Chariot. What are your thoughts on this? I'm trying to intuitively interpret that one. To me, this would say giving up control. Not, well, he's taking control. She's giving up control. So who are we focusing on in this card? He's the charioteer. Oh, okay, yes. He's the charioteer. We have the two animals in the back. They're not sphinx, but we do have the two animals. We have the blue dressing instead of the canopy has red and blue. So we do have some symbolism. All right, very cool. So that is the Chariot card. So let's move on. If anybody has questions, let me know in the comments. I will go back. This is pre-recorded. I will go back and look at the comments and answer any questions or respond to comments. So the next card is the Strength card, which is one of my favorite cards. I love this card. She's just opening the lion's mouth. Everything's cool. This is strength, courage, persuasion, influence, tolerance, and subtle yet stable power. You can tame a wild beast with gentle energy. This card shows strength in action. This is a time to turn inwards to gain composure and patience and courage. You need to deal with a situation that might get out of hand. That's what this card is telling you. But you are ready for this challenge. Stand firm. Do not back down. When this card comes up, don't back down, okay? So let's look at the symbolism in this card. I love it. The symbolism, all right? We have the infinity symbol, which is balance, never-ending patience, and consistency. The lion is the universal symbol of power, courage, majesty, and leadership. In alchemy, the lion stands for base matters that can be turned into gold, as well as enlightenment. The garland of roses represents celebration and protection. So we've seen that on a couple of cards, the roses. And the yellow background again is consciousness, clear sight, and support. Applying strength, being courageous is a conscious action. Okay, so you see how that yellow background in each card plays a little different. In this card, the conscious action is applying strength gently. In the Chariot, the conscious action was taking control of which direction you were going, right? So let me just read you this. The Strength card urges you to tame your animal instincts, gut reactions, and raw emotions, and channel these initial responses constructively. It is normal for feelings such as anger, rage, sadness, guilt, or shame to arise in situations. However, it's what you do with these emotions that makes the difference. Now is the time when you need to be conscious, there's that word again, of your instinctual urges and bring them into balance. This is not the time to act out in anger. So when you see this card, you know you have to pull it back, get yourself together. Don't act in anger. Approach your situation from a place of forgiveness, love, and compassion. Working with a therapist may also help you create coping strategies for what comes up. And this is directly from Bridget Esselmont of A.E Tarot, who wrote the Everyday Tarot book. I just loved what she said, and I wanted to read that. So that is from her, that last bit. So let's look at some cards of strength. So we have the cat from the Cat Tarot. He's just sitting there. He's got his paws on his mouth, and he's yawning. He's got that gentle strength. He doesn't have to scream or be scary. He's just holding it down and doing his thing. This one is gorgeous. Half lion, half human, with her lamb. The lamb symbolizing the gentleness of the strength. I just think that's a gorgeous interpretation. Okay, this one is the Modern Tarot. And in this one, she's not forcing his mouth open. She's just holding him and leading him. You can see the roses on both of them again. The fierce lion is so calm. She is gentle and confident in her strength. She doesn't need to be loud about things. She doesn't need to be angry. We have the yellow background. I love this deck. I love the diversity in it. I love this card. It's probably one of my favorite things about this deck is the diversity. Every card is just slightly different body builds, different skin tones, different hair colors. I love that deck. Here's the strength in the A.E Waite again. And here is the strength in the Game of Thrones. They couldn't have picked a better character, right? She is definitely gentle strength. She's always there, not saying a word, but always by the side. All right, guys. So this was a quick one, I know. So if you have any questions about these cards, you have any comments, let me know. Next week we'll be back to normal. I'm hoping it will be on Thursday night. But if we can't work that out, it will be back to Monday. I'll make an announcement in the Facebook group, so you can check there. If you like this video, please, if you enjoyed it, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you want to be notified when I come back on to do these lessons, please subscribe. Also, I come on Tuesday nights to do live tarot readings at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you would like to be notified of that, hitting the subscribe button would be awesome. You'll be notified. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, those of you that have taken the course before and have the notes for the last 4 weeks, message me. Let me know you want the week 5 notes. If you're just coming in now and you would like a copy of all 5 weeks' notes, let me know. We'll get them to you. That way you can get caught up. Most of the videos at this point are, I think the longest one is 45 minutes. So it'll be really easy for you to catch up at this point. Going forward, it might not be. But at this point, you still have time to really catch up. So, yeah. So you can catch up. You can watch the videos, get the notes, catch up. Even if you don't have time to watch the videos, you can read the notes on some of them and get the videos later. Whatever works for you works. I think that's all I have this week for you guys. This was a short one. Next week we will be doing the Justice card and the... Oh, why do I always do this? The Justice card and... Oh, if I was live, I could ask somebody. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're going to do the Justice card, the Hermit and the Justice card, right? The Hermit and... No, really? Wait. I could be wrong. The Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. Justice will be after that. So the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune is next week. Hermit is an amazing card. I love the Hermit. It's one of my favorite cards. Wheel of Fortune is pretty good too. All the tarot cards are awesome, right? Let me know below. What's your favorite card? I think mine varies from week to week, to be honest with you. Like this morning I was thinking of it because I asked it in the Facebook group, what's your favorite card? And this morning I was thinking, oh, my favorite card is Temperance, because, you know, you have to remember to be moderate, you know, everything needs to be in moderation. I was thinking that way. Now I'm thinking about it and I'm like, oh, but I really love the Empress and I really love the Hermit card. I think it really depends on your mood. But let me know in the comments what your favorite is. And we'll see if you have some people who love the card you love. And we'll get a discussion going. I love to discuss tarot. All right, guys. Blessed be. I'll speak to you all soon. Be well.